We're here each and every day as we ask questions because that's what makes life fun. Asking questions is the best thing you can do because it just makes life fun. And so, are you really that good? That's what I sort of titled this today. Are you really, really, really that good that you can make someone else happy? That you can truly bring happiness into another person's life? Or are you only able to bring in a moment of temporary happiness or trigger a response that's temporary? I venture to say that's probably the case because no one can make you happy but you. No one can make someone else happy but you. And yet we're in so many relationships, absolutely so many relationships. And we think we have the power and we think they have the power. And we throw that expectation on them to make us happy. And they throw their expectation on us to be happy, how to make us happy. And then we get lost in this never ending battle, which no one can possibly win. And that just makes people go nuts. My partner doesn't care for me. Why don't they care for you? Well, they're not making you happy. Oh, is that their job? Remember your wedding vows? If you were married, if you've been married, remember the old wedding vows? Really crazy stuff. When I do a marriage ceremony now, I talk people, will you commit to supporting and growing each other? Will you commit to open and honest sharing? Will you commit to having fun together? Think about that. Wouldn't that be like the coolest wedding vows? Support, growth, share, and fun? Will you commit to making yourself the best person you can be so you can share that with your partner? That's a great vow. You can't be held accountable for someone else's happiness when it's an impossible event. It's an impossible event. It can't happen. Can't happen. It's really interesting as I think about that because in my marriage, in my partnership, I realize that I do a lot of things for myself. A lot of things for myself that I make my own coffee in the morning. I make my own tea. I cook for myself almost all the time. I clean up after myself. Why do I do that? It's my responsibility. I'm responsible for me. Now, there's some things I do for both of us. We've agreed on those things. Okay, so I do those things that are responsible. But you like that, Lori? Cup and shirt. Green is one of my favorite colors. Yes, it is. It's amazing how aware you people are that you notice everything. Lori, did you see my Agape logo? Just showing off my chest. That's all I'm doing there. That wasn't to make you happy. That was to make me happy. I get a kick out of doing stupid stuff. Makes me laugh. My children say to me all the time, my sons who are grown adults, say to me all the time, and my wife says this too, you're not a funny man. And I look at them and say, I laugh all the time at what I do. Because why? Because I'm responsible for my happiness. I don't really care if my humor makes you happy. It makes me happy. Did you hear what I just said? Yeah. Being funny is for you because you got to lighten up. Now, if the other person gets it, that's great. That's great. Uh-oh. My daughter, Marianne, loves the Agape shirt. I love that logo, don't you? I just love that logo. I think it's clean. It's simple. You got a Mobius. Oh, where? Over here. Mobius over here. A Mobius is something it's never confined. It's never ending. It's infinite. So you can see that the lines are infinite. They're not confined. Then agape is just rounded and pure. Yeah. Wendy says it's a gloomy day in DC. Only in your mind, Wendy. If you were a person who liked dark, rainy type of days, it'd be a great day. And see, here's what. If you say it's a gloomy day, what thought are you implanting in your mind? Oh, I've been programmed to believe that this is a gloomy day. I've been programmed to believe that on a gloomy day, I respond this day. Now, Wendy just came back. I love the rainy day. Good for you, babe. Change your focus. Do you notice how I'm going to use the word brainwashed. We've been domesticated. Oh, we've been so domesticated into so many ways, and social media is just bombarding us with domestication. How many of you got upset yesterday when Facebook was down for quite a few hours? I said, oh, I can do something different. I don't have to be on Facebook. And that's what I did. How many of you understand that there's all these algorithms in all social media? And they're using these algorithms to steer content to you to manipulate your mind. It's not conspiracy. It's not conspiracy at all. It's business. The more they can stir controversy, the more they can engage you, the more they can advertise and sell. It's all about the almighty dollar. Get that? That's what business is for. Business is for one thing: profit. I was in the corporate world. I was the vice president of marketing. That's all we talked about. How do we make more money? What can we do to make more money? What can we do to bring value, more value to the shareholder? That, my friends, is what Jack Welch, the great Jack Welch, the great business leader, that's where he changed everything. It wasn't about the corporation's purposes to serve the customer. It wasn't about the corporation's purposes to serve the employees. It's to serve the shareholder. And in doing so, screw the customer and screw the employee. Now, there are some good companies that do have great customer service. When I'm in those companies, I love it. I'm just going to tell you a couple. I love Costco. I love Costco. I love Trader Joe's. Those are two of my favorites. Why? For me, it's an energy. There's an energy when I go in those stores. Isn't that what we're seeking all the time, is energy? Who controls the energy that we have? We do. Who controls who we're with? We do. Who controls where we go? We do. So we can consciously choose the type of energy we put ourselves into, which means we have the power as to how we feel. Ergo, feeling happy. Your partner, it's not their job. Give them a break. Give your mother, give your father, give your partner, give your children, give your grandchildren a break. Set them free. In your mind, realize they are not responsible for making you happy. You are. So now that you know that, what are you going to do about it? That's a great question. Now that you know that you are 100% responsible for making yourself happy, what are you going to do about it? Big question. In fact, that's what I'm going to leave you with today. The question, what are you going to do to make yourself happy? I want you to know, whatever you do, I'll be here tomorrow, and I love and accept you just like you are. So go have a great day, everybody. Until tomorrow, if Facebook and YouTube are here, I'll be back with you. Until then, aloha.